Good afternoon, this is John Sharada, and welcome to my Action Research Project, the positives and negatives of leveraging technology in the classroom. As an educator, there are many benefits and drawbacks to moving away from the traditional direct instructional model of teaching and transitioning towards a technology-based instructional approach to your classroom. The purpose of the study was to identify the positives and negatives of technology-based instruction and its effects in and out of the classroom. The study investigated the following two different groups: students aged 13 to 18 years old and teachers aged 21 to 55 years old. This study utilized data collected from teacher surveys, teacher questionnaires, student questionnaires, and research knowledge from various cited sources. The research shows that students and educators alike find using technology in the classroom to be useful, engaging, and a great way to develop student-centered learning opportunities. However, the data will also show that the success depends on educator knowledge of technological resources, proper implementation of resources, and proper management of a classroom focus on utilizing technology for learning. Technology in education has been one of the fastest growing and biggest changes in teaching we have seen in a very long time. For many years, teachers, administrators, parents, students, and policymakers have weighed the possible positive outcomes and the potential issues that technology in the classroom can pose on student success. However, as educators move forward with the use of technology at the primary, secondary, and post-secondary level, the debate still stands as to whether the education system is fully benefiting by moving away from the traditional direct instruction model and moving towards a more technology-based instructed education system. Statement of the problem. The use of technology in the classroom has been an educational debate for many years now. The traditional method of direct instruction or teacher-led instruction has begun to take a backseat to the modern methods of blended instruction or technology-based instruction. However, there are issues surrounding the technology-based instruction, such as variances in instructional time, distractions, instructor technological knowledge, and the lack of professional development for staff set forth by administration or school districts, lack of IT support, and the equity of technology at home for students. As we move towards an education system that focuses on the use of technology in the classroom, are we prepared to navigate the many challenges that come with technology-based instruction? If so, what are the main issues educators are combating today within their digital classrooms, and how will we begin to master the implementation of technology-based instruction? Review number one. Devlin, Feldhaus, and Bentram concluded in their research that though the use of video-guided instruction had showed strong student engagement, there were questions surrounding the level of each student and teacher's technology literacy and ability. The evidence found in the research and previous knowledge known prior to the study supported the argument that incorporating technology in the classroom and using it as an instructional tool enhances student engagement and has shown great student outcomes. However, as technology continues to advance, teachers and schools will need to keep up with both the understanding, training, and utilization of the most up-to-date technology resources that they choose to use within their classroom. In the research done by Cloffer, Osterwell, Groff, and Haas, examined how the use of gaming, social networking, and simulation software can be assets to a teacher in the modern classroom. However, the group determined that though the use of the above technology can leverage learning opportunities, allow for deeper questioning, and enhance student engagement, it was crucial that educators understand how to use these tools and platforms before implementing them in the learning process. The team determined that educators that utilize technology and multimedia methods in daily practices can create relevant lessons and hold student engagement. However, they did discuss that the lack of preparedness and understanding of the resources or platforms that will be used within their classroom, the success rate was low. The crucial thing to take away is that staff should be strong in both the navigation, understanding, and ability to train students how to use the programs, platforms, and software that they hope to enhance by creating a technology-based atmosphere. So, statement of the hypothesis. Number one, there will be similarities between direct instruction and technology-based instruction when looking at student engagement, less comprehension, student outcomes, and social-emotional learning. However, I believe there will be great differences between direct instruction and technology-based instruction when looking at student engagement, lesson comprehension, student outcomes, and social-emotional learning. 54 students, grade 9 through 12, took the surveys. Their input was mostly from 11th graders. I was able to get 9 teachers, hoping for many, many more, but still enough to create some data. The largest input was coming from grades 9 through 12. I believe it to be quasi-experimental. My research design was focused on quasi-experimental design, single subject research, quantitative research method, and I was basically, in a nutshell, looking for a correlation between student success and failure due to the use of the technology in the classroom. There was no control group. It was a large mass one-shot case study. I was trying to get as much input from as many people as I possibly could. There's no post-test, and one group data collection from student and one group data collection from teachers. Threats to internal validity. Mortality. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, students have already been discharged from the traditional classroom setting and moved to remote learning practices. So it didn't leave a lot of room for me to try in the classroom, to really strip it down to unit maybe where there is no technology-based instruction, and then a unit assessment fully technology-based instruction. Let alone during this situation, in my classrooms alone, I've seen a 5 to 10% increase in student attendance. I've seen a drop in student attendance, 5 to 10%, due to equity issues and or inability to utilize the technology we have given them properly in order to continue on the education in the online environment. Selection and maturation interaction. The students surveyed fall between two groups. I have teachers in their 20s to 50s, and I'm working with students 13 to 18. The perception, the opinions, the answers were going to be very broad. I was trying to find the comparisons, so there may have been issues there, or threats rather. My instrumentation. Several students have difficulty reading English. I work with a large population of ELLs. Externally, the ecological validity. Many students in the research have low socioeconomic backgrounds and generally produce low test scores and standardized tests. Not so strong taking standard surveys and or exams. The repeated testing that occurs at my school, testing effects. Students in this research are constantly given surveys during their school week from their peers for classroom assignments. They're given to the surveys given to them by administration for collection of school data, and or given online tests weekly throughout various coursework on various platforms. This survey may have just been lost in the pile, and or it may have been turned down due to the fact that it was just another survey that had to be done. Reactive arrangements, participants' effects. Students tend to change their thoughts and opinions over time. Perceptions and opinions may change when asked more personalized questions surrounding their individual academic ability, achievement, and post-secondary goals. This may also be due to certain groups of students gaining more knowledge on how to use the technology for their individual learning before being instructed to do so. Implications I found to be the strongest. Large ELL student population. Some students may have difficulty reading surveys or answering questionnaires with great success. Larger number of teacher data is definitely needed. A wider range of teacher data needed from various grade levels would have been great. More time is required all around. Further research is needed. Deeper assessment needed in classroom assessment. And student-teacher panel discussion of research topic could have helped teachers understand how learning through technology-based instruction is for their students. And it would have been nice to sit in a Socratic situation and hear the back and forth of the pros and cons from both. Not taken from survey, but more observation. Here's my procedure. And the results I'll be discussing today out of my survey, I picked two main things to discuss. One, the distractors, and one, the opportunity for cheating on examinations and assessments. So the first thing we're going to look at here is the major distractions during instruction. Teachers took the survey and they said that the major three distractors that they come across are online gaming, Spotify, and messenger apps. Good old online gaming. We just can't seem to get the kids off those gaming sites. A lot of teachers generalized, saying that these were the only three things that they had infractions or problems with, and they felt that these were the only three issues affecting our students digitally while being distracted during class. In comparison, when we look at the major distractions during instruction student survey, we see that they are kind of on a whole bunch of different things here. Online gaming kind of falls to about a quarter, whereas YouTube reigns supreme at 30%. Then we also are looking at Netflix, another major distractor. So if we were to look at this, the biggest distractor in the student's opinion definitely falls within online gaming and the ability to watch entertainment or entertainment at their fingertips. We also see that they're honest about the messenger use and their use of music within the school day. Kind of different. So as teachers, we need to be aware that our students are utilizing technology every day in every way. And they know a little bit more than we do here and there. And it's always important that the teacher be walking around, focusing on traditional methods of walking the room, but also understanding that while using a technology-based instruction, to have a monitoring system built into the computer, something like Dino, so that you can monitor what each student is doing on their screen while you're doing your walking. So when we look at the opportunities to cheat during examinations and assessments, though I had low number of teachers, it is pretty obvious here that about 80% almost, about 80% of those 9 teachers feel that there's opportunities to cheat during examinations and assessments, including classwork. Out of the 54 students that took this survey, about almost 60% of those students also owned up to the fact that they have cheated or know that there's an opportunity to cheat during examinations and assessments. Knowing this, in looking at the small amount of data we have, we see that there are many issues working with technology and utilizing one-to-one or a heavily technology-based instruction method. So looking back through the research, we noticed that we have to focus on not only schooling the staff on how to use the programs properly, how to find relevance for the students in using the programs, but also being aware of the many distractors and realities of the opportunities that the students have while using technology to cheat, be distracted, or copy classwork, and things of that various situations. So I was able to understand that there's more targeted research needed to determine the correlation between a student's success rate and the use of technology in the classroom. We need to know more. Is it making it easier? Yes. Is it showing 100% success rate? I wasn't able to find that data, and I think it's a larger question that we still need searching. We need more targeted research and need to determine the correlation between students cheating and the use of technology in the classroom. That's something I feel that would be good, and we could dig deep and get very deeper data off of on that question in itself. There's no findings of the relationship between student success and the use of technology in the classroom. Determine that technology use in the classroom does lead to distractions caused by both entertainment and social networking platforms and websites that are attainable while at school during classroom hours. Teachers felt that college did not prepare them, and in the survey they also felt that college did not prepare them to teach in a digital classroom setting all day, and many have been self-taught or have had mentorship by an innovation leader or mentor. 90% of teachers that completed the survey felt that the use of one-to-one computers in the classroom allowed for cheating on both homework and classroom, as we saw. And we saw what they determined were the biggest online distractors. In a nutshell, throughout the survey, I also found that teachers and students alike love the fact that they are at a technology-based school and that they would never go back to a traditional method of learning where technology is not utilized. Students and teachers agree that there's an opportunity for deeper learning and deeper questioning, and that research and study habits have gotten easier by the use of technology. Definitely more research is needed. Got the ball rolling. And I feel that I found some good information and answered some of my own questions. Thank you for your time and have a great day.